What is good, everybody? It is your boy, James Michael from Gym Reviews, here today with a very, very special review. And yes, as you guys know, when it comes to ASICS reviews, I am that guy. I am the one. I get so excited. I was so excited I had to bring someone very special back on the channel. This is back to back. This is like Meek Mills and Drake, but without the beef.
Right.
This is it. Audra, I'm glad to have you back.
It's been a while, it feels like, but thanks for having me back.
Yes, let's do this. So have you heard of the movement of MAGA?
Yes.
It stands for Making ASICS Great Again. And ASICS has been going through a little downfall the last 4 or 5 years. They were top dogs and kind of worked their way down, but we're building back up. And today we'll find out if this shoe is going to help in making great again. Today we have the ASICS GT 2009. That's a horrible name because it's the 9th version, but it sounds like it's from 2009.
Right.
Sounds like an old shoe. It's 2020. They just renamed it something else. But yeah, let's get right into it. So we actually ran together like last week for a little bit. We had some thoughts about it. We were chilling. But what were your overall thoughts since you've had it? Your first impressions from looks to feel to just, do you like it or not?
I definitely liked it. The initial, my first reaction to the look, I mean, like, they're not the cutest ever, but I definitely think the function was great. The midfoot was honestly like shockingly snug at first, especially when first opening the box. But after running in it for a while, it definitely loosened up. Love that the heel structure isn't too high, because I had issues before with my heels rubbing, but that issue is non-existent with this shoe, which I really appreciate. It's really light, not very flexible, but I really liked it.
Yeah, I would say what got me was how light it felt. I know the numbers are just numbers, but as far as me picking it up and putting it on my foot, I was like, this is much lighter than I anticipated from an ASICS.
Right.
Especially since this is technically a stability shoe. And for those who don't know what stability is, there's neutral and there's stability. For those who, I hate this word, overpronate, just means you roll in a little more excessively, your ankle rolls in more, maybe you have weak arches. This shoe provides that stability built into the midsole, which makes the shoe a little stiffer compared to the neutral counterparts. Now you know. And most times stability shoes are heavier. They're a little more clunkier. Now I tried the neutral counterpart to this shoe, the Cumulus, some months back ago, and I can't say this felt like much heavier or much more shoe than that one felt. I did feel the arch support built into it, but besides that, the fit for me was great. I like that snug midfoot. The toe box, the material they use in this thing is like light. It's like a little stretchy.
Right.
This is the best material they've used in like a shoe like this. Keep using this material. I don't want the extra overlays, like this seamless, just open mesh. I like this. Please, you want more of this. So like most stability features, you're gonna have the medial posting in the midsole. You can see here it has the dynamic Dynamax. That just means it's a little more stiffer, it doesn't compress as much. So when you do roll in, it kind of catches you in a sense. Heel cup, a little more sturdier, keeps your heel locked in, which you seem like that didn't bother you, wasn't too high, wasn't too low.
Right.
It was just right.
Love it.
But yeah, talk to me about the cushioning. Like, it felt good? Was it too soft, too firm?
The cushioning was a little controversial for me, especially after, running in the Nike Renew, and it was so cushiony. I would say it's a lot more neutral in this shoe, but still, the impact wasn't too tough.
You have a preference as far as like, do you prefer more cushion, like a plusher feel, or more of a firmer, more stable feel? Like, what's your preference in shoes?
I think I kind of do prefer a little more cushion. It just feels like more bouncy, and I feel like I can carry myself further, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But still, after a run, like, it was fine. Like, I feel like it was great.
I also prefer more cushion in like my standard training shoes, but it's a preference thing. But I will say that if you were ever a fan of the GT 2000 series, this is, I mean, the fact that I actually wore it and my knees didn't hurt, I didn't like hate it. I'm like, oh, 'cause I don't review stability shoes. I always avoid them. I'm like, I'd rather not, pass.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Let me give them a chance. I mean, let me give the people what they want. And I was actually like surprised that it wasn't half bad.
Yeah.
For those who like the ASICS GEL GT, this is like a light version of that. It has the support, but it's not going to be as much gel. And, you know, ASICS is known for its gel.
Yeah.
I like the gel. People say, oh, it's outdated, it's old. It's like, you know, from the 19, whatever. That's okay. Some things are classic, like Chuck Taylor's.
Right.
You know, just some things are just forever. But yeah, there's gel in the heel, a little bit in the forefoot. You can't see it, but it's there. And some flight foam. That's their newer foam they've been using. They've been modifying it over the last few years, but it's their newer foam. This one feels a little firmer, but there is some that feel softer. But yeah, definitely on the firmer side of things. On the outsole, we got some high abrasion rubber. ASICS is not playing with the rubber.
Definitely not.
Like some shoes are like, we want to be very light and, you know, nimble and flexible. This ain't it. This thing is gonna last you a while, but it's a little more shoe to carry around you. So if you like a more flexible feel, this ain't it. If you want something very, very light and like nimble, this ain't it. But if you want something that's gonna last a good while and get those training miles in and keep you supported throughout your runs, long runs, training runs, this may be the one for you. I would definitely consider this a daily trainer. It's not super cushion for long runs where you want a lot of cushion for the push and the pace, but it's not like super light where you feel like I'm gonna be so fast. And no, we're gonna be like right in the middle. So like, I think right at training pace. You get other shoes for other purposes. This purpose of being a stability training shoe for daily use, I think it hits the mark. What's your overall thoughts? So were you impressed? Like, is a buy, a try?
Overall, I would really, you know, I look forward to using this shoe again. I think it's great, like you said, for everyday training. For the people that like to mix up their workouts and they just don't do like long runs every day. Maybe they just do like, you know, the short runs and then the workout afterwards. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. After my run, you know, my legs didn't hurt like your knees, you said. I have that issue too sometimes. And yeah, I would definitely wear this one again.
Yeah, as far as me, you know, because we're honest here, I don't care about like, I do like to sell more shoes, you know, helps the channel out. But at the same time, for me personally, I prefer neutral shoes. The Cumulus to me would be more my preference. So I wouldn't pick this more because I'm more of a neutral foot strike than I am a stability shoe guy. But if I was more stability, this would definitely be the option to go with as far as that ASICS option. You have shoes like the Brooks Adrenaline. You have shoes like the New Balance 860, which I may be reviewing myself pretty soon. Yeah, those shoes kind of fit in their own little thing, and I think this one's not bad at all. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I think it's better than what it was, and it wasn't really ever bad. So, small improvement. Anyway, I have a question to ask you. So, I'm trying to rebuild this team, my all-star team. And, you know, my goal is to give the people what they want. And I lost a few people in the last year or so, and I think you'd be a perfect person to kind of be part of the starting rotation.
Okay.
Like, you don't gotta be my LeBron James, but you can like be like my Dwayne Wade.
I'd love to be the Dwayne Wade.
Because, you know, I was more of a Heat fan than I was a Lakers fan at this point. You Lakers fan? I don't really care for the Lakers.
They all right.
Rest in peace, Kobe, though, because I liked him.
Yeah.
But LeBron James is better than MJ.
Oh. Strong opinions.
Right, dislike.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that is what we got to say about the shoes. By the way, this video was sponsored by Features Running Socks. Features is one of my favorite brands. Links down below. You probably see me wearing them for like years now, and it's cool that they like reached out to me because I had like all their socks anyway. I probably spent more money on their socks than I've done in like overall running apparel. So I'm glad they like hooked us up. But yeah, check them out. Links down below. They come in cool colors too.
Definitely.
These are cute.
I like mine.
Yeah, I have the low cut ones, but I like the high cut ones because you can see them. It's like stylish profiling, jet flying, limousine riding. Oh yeah, also. It's all good. We're at a playground, what you expect? If you want to follow Audra on Instagram, her links will be down below, but you can read it right there in the corner. If you want to follow me, please, because I don't get much love on Instagram. Probably because I troll too much. People want like running shoe stuff on their Instagram. I just put like dumb stuff on there. Maybe some food reviews every now and again, which we'll do more of those.
Food reviews coming soon.
That's what I'm really excited about. This is like cool, but I'm really excited about that. Follow me on Instagram. Check out the shoes, links down below. And with that said, be sure to stay in school, do not do drugs, and if you can, keep it